Hello and welcome to another edition of PaynePoints of Interest, where we talk about and answer questions relating to all things small business. So grab your coffee, sit back, and join us as we start this discussion. All right, I'm your host, Sarah Harbuck, and with me is Ray Coleman.
How's it going, guys?
Alrighty, so the question we have for today poses whether you should do a franchise versus an independent business. They don't really word it terribly great here, but franchises versus just starting your own business.
I think
what are your
what
thoughts?
we're talking about here is a combination of finances and opportunity. So if you have the finances to start your own business, then you have the finances to buy at least 3 or 4 franchises, because starting your own business is expensive.
Depending on what it is.
Depending on what it is. Starting a franchise is also expensive, but that's normally around about the same cost as the real estate necessary for the venture. So most franchise costs are somewhere around the $300,000 range. Which is not chump change, but it's not ruinous if what you're into is business.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good amount, but that's just the stuff that gets started. You also have to consider the fact that wherever you got the franchise from is going to keep that upfront fee, plus you're going to have to pay for your own real estate, plus you're going to pay for your own bills, and plus you're going to have to pay a percentage of your
gross.
Of your gross.
Yeah, most of them have like anywhere from 15 to 30% of your revenue is going to go to the parent franchise.
So that all climbs into your finances. Now, when you're talking about starting your own business, in other words, all the cost is you. Then the cost goes up dramatically. You know, you can start out at $300,000, but since you don't know all the pitfalls that are going to happen, and no one can figure that out before they start, it can start to balloon on you very quickly. And so there's a certain amount of risk involved with starting a business. I would say that you have to have whatever your estimated cost is. You're going to have to get that money plus that money again. So double whatever it is that you have budgeted.
Well, the risk is higher definitely when you start your own business, but so is the reward.
The reward is extremely high.
When you do a franchise, typically from the few people I have had some interaction with who've bought franchises, there's some training that goes on. There's some tips and pointers that they help you out with. And
yes.
There's like a whole process.
In other words,
through.
The business that is figured out. So all of those pain points.
Yeah.
have already been ironed out,
or for the most part ironed out.
And so they have a whole class. They got a whole university. They got a whole set of documents, and they have a support system. So if you get into trouble, call them, and they'll come to the rescue. You know, in restaurants, they will absolutely run your restaurant for you for 3 months if necessary, in order to make sure that the franchise stays up. Because if the franchise goes under, then they take the hit too.
Yeah. I think there's probably there's so many different franchises you can be involved in. Researching which ones may be the best benefit to you, or what you're maybe more passionate about, or what the area that you want to put that franchise.
Well, you'll notice
is that marketing. Are you going to have easy time marketing?
You'll notice that there are certain things that are not franchised, right?
Right.
You know, you don't get franchised auto dealers, right? You know, it's not like you do get a guy that's opened up multiple car lots in one area, but you don't have somebody into, some other state trying to get the marketing for his car lot from you in your state.
Oh, I see what you're trying to say.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
Whereas service-based businesses oftentimes will have franchises because the marketing push is done. You know, it's kind of like the story of the cornflake. So this guy named Kellogg developed this cornflake that everybody hated because it wasn't sweet. And so his brother then developed his own cornflake and put sugar on it. And then he could absolutely say that this is Kellogg's cornflakes because his last name is also Kellogg, even though he hadn't done any marketing for cornflakes before. And so
it was the brother that came up with the frosted flakes.
Yes. That's exactly what happened. And so, but he basically stole a franchise because the
Yeah.
marketing was already there. And that's what you get when you franchise. You get a already established brand.
But wouldn't
which
you
is,
do that with car dealerships too? Because like you can buy a Ford or a Toyota dealership
let's say
and put your name on it.
Sure. I mean, yeah, Ford, Toyota, like those are all brands, but you're not really. That's the product.
That's the product.
That you're
Okay.
selling.
Okay.
In other words,
McDonald's is a brand. It's not the product.
Yes.
Okay, that's the difference.
The auto
Right.
dealer is named Mike Hawk, and he is the king of autos in Lufkin or something.
Right.
You know, that guy, his brand has to stay with him. He can't put that in Montana because they don't know who he is and they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
Cars,
difference there is the
only
products.
difference is like they have sort of. I used autos as a general example, but they have cars.com.
Yeah.
You know, where they kind of open up lots.
Auto Trader. And
Yeah, Auto Trader and things, but they've opened up lots around. We can Carfax. And those are sort of like a car dealer franchise, so it's possible to franchise it. It's just
harder. I mean,
it's much harder.
Easier now that we have the digital age and everything's online, but I think back, 30, 40 years ago, that would have been a little harder to do.
and we're talking like, I don't even want to hazard a guess on the cost of opening something like that. So,
well, like if you have to, I know when I've heard Ben talk about, that's my husband, when he's talked about people buying into sports teams, you have to have so much capital in the bank. That not just what you're worth, but what is in your actual bank account to be even able to qualify to make a purchase.
If you wanted to purchase into the Dallas Cowboys, then you better have $10 billion at the ready.
Yeah.
For no other reason, the fact that it's yours.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't put your hands on $10 billion, then don't even talk to Jerry Jones. He doesn't want to talk to you.
Right. I think with franchises, you're not going to spend that much money. Some are worth more and you'll pay more than others. I know that one of the ladies here in town, she has a Chick-fil-A franchise, and it's very successful. Mm-hmm. There's a line around the store double wrapped half the time, you know. So very lucrative for her to have spent that money up front and had some, initial costs and what have you. And the amount of revenue that store brings in is unbelievable for this area.
I don't know her exact numbers, the exact numbers on that store, but I'm certain that the franchise cost out of the revenue, she doesn't even feel it anymore. Like, she doesn't even see it anymore. Yeah. It's something that comes off top and she's fine with it.
I hesitate to even mention a number because I remember my brother-in-law telling me a number one time, and I can't even remember, but I want to say that store does so much money every month. Yeah, you want more money than you'll ever see in your lifetime.
You want to call him a liar when he told you. It's like that's impossible. There's no way.
I feel like you need to know where your area is, and if you have the capital to start a franchise, it's going to be a little less risky than starting your own business.
It's a little less risky. There's much more support, but on the same token, the franchise company, the parent company, doesn't know your area.
Yeah.
In other words, if you put the franchise in the wrong area, they're not going to have a solution for you because you just messed that up.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure you have your ducks in a row.
And you got to understand sometimes too, with most franchises people buy into are in the food service industry, and food service can be a high overhead. And you have to really know your area. Buying a Chick-fil-A franchise, especially here in the South, that's like printing money.
Yeah.
Maybe not in other places.
In Lufkin, Texas, it can't fail.
It can't.
In fact, we have like 3 of them.
Yeah. And it does not. I mean, they're all super busy.
And they're all super busy. But if you try to open up, I don't think Chipotle is doing all that well in town right now.
No, they actually closed.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
There's still one in Nacogdoches, but the one that was here in Lufkin, they were here maybe a year.
So Chipotle is a can't lose franchise in 90% of the markets in America. In Lufkin, Texas, can't make it.
Yeah.
You got to know that going in. You've got to know what your area is like. Because I could have honestly told them when they opened it up, it wasn't going to make it.
Well, part of it too, I feel like, yes, maybe not the right area for it, but also hiring good people.
Yeah. You have to know what your hiring pool is like,
and having a good base in which to train these people in. You go to Chick-fil-A and it's all very pleasant and happy, and you've seen the memes, I'm sure, online where you have these people chasing the car down the street to give them the order they forgot, and they go above and beyond with their customer service. I feel like if you have a business model that supports something like that, you're going to have a better return rate from the public.
Yeah,
I guess
I
is
would
the best way
agree.
to put it. So I think our Chipotle here did not utilize good customer service or good product quality.
Well, I mean, we're in Lufkin, Texas. This is not the place to charge extra guacamole. It doesn't work here.
You know,
We get guacamole by the gallon.
you can go down to the little Mexican grocery store and buy 10 of them for $1. So
It's
come
just
on.
it's just too it's not the right market for you. You know, if you're in a city that hasn't seen a fresh avocado in a while, then yeah, it's going to work for you. But
Yeah.
here, it's not going to work.
Yeah. Well, I think that's probably all we have on franchises versus starting your own business. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. And as always, if you have any questions or comments, or you want to add something to today's topic, or you want to be a guest speaker, you can find us on our website, PaynePoints.com, on Facebook and LinkedIn at PaynePoints, Instagram at Payne.points, and Twitter at PointsPayne. You can now call or text us at 855-PAYNEPT. That is 855-729-6378. We hope everybody has a great day, and thanks for joining us.
Till next time.
All right, let's get to work.